Welcome back. All right, so I've got the Santa Claus jersey on. I've got the Christmas tree behind me, of course, which this cat here keeps knocking ornaments and stuff off of. So if any of them are missing that you're looking for, there's your culprit right there, or her sister. But either way, I wanted to talk about the holidays today because I do like to do this video about once a year on the fact that Christmas is not necessarily a happy time for everybody. So the idea that, well, we all, it's Christmas and there's this miracle, wonderful, everybody, all the family gets together, everybody gets along, everything's great. That doesn't usually work out that way. It really doesn't usually actually work out that way. And there are certain movies that kind of show that, although they usually have that sugary ending, life doesn't necessarily work that way either. If you're having a hard time at the holidays, do not be afraid to tell people you're having a hard time. If you don't feel festive and you don't feel like having a Christmas tree in your house, you don't have to. You don't have to. And it's not, oh, you're being a Scrooge. And some people just don't really enjoy the holiday necessarily because of whatever else is going on. And it can be tough. It can be a tough time of year for people. I know that when I was alone, whether it was when I was single 20 plus years ago or the last time I was single about 8 years ago, it can be hard once you get to the holidays and you're seeing all these happy-go-lucky movies and all these perfect stories, and even the news kind of gets saccharine at this time of year with all the feel-good stories you might see here and there. It's been a little different the last few years, but there's still that out there, right? And so there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm not feeling the holiday this year. I'm going to bow out. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying I've had a bad year, so not really feeling Christmas. For me personally, I'm excited about Christmas for myself and for the family and for 2024 and what's yet to come. But it does not mean that I don't understand that people have a hard time this time of year. And so I do my best to, when I'm doing videos over the holiday season, to make sure I'm doing videos for Christmas Eve, Christmas, Boxing Day, for the time when other YouTubers are probably off, because again, for some people Christmas is just another day. For some people it's not necessarily a great day either. Maybe you had a hard time growing up. Maybe Christmases were bad in your home. Maybe something bad happened at Christmas time that this time of year just reminds you of. So outside of the tree, I don't do a whole lot. I have the one Santa Claus jersey, and that's it. That's it. That's the extent of it for me. The lights you see there, those are up 365 days a year. I like to have lights on in here, so that when I go out at night and I turn off the lights overhead, then there's still some light in here for the cats, or in the case of sometimes the rabbits are in here before me in the morning, that kind of thing. And just so that it's not so dark and dingy and that kind of thing. I like to have lights. I've always done that though. Again, going back more than 20 years, when I would have Christmas lights up in my apartment all year round. I just I put up like 1,100 lights. I think it was 11 strings of lights, 11 of 100 each, and I just leave them up year round. It was great. I would come in my front door. There was a plug right at my front door. Just you'd reach around the corner in the kitchen and you'd plug in the lights, and there you go. And it was enough light for the entire apartment. So I'm like, there you go. That's it. And so at the end of the night, when I'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to bed, pull one plug and done. It was the ultimate bachelor setup, really. So these lights just stay on because they don't really use much in the way of energy, and I think it's kind of nice. So there's that. But I do understand people that might be struggling at this time of year, and so don't feel like you're the only person feeling that way, because I guarantee you're not. Don't let it get to you, because it can get worse in January as well. You have those January blues that kick in, so be aware of that as well. Um, and just take care of yourself. Throw on some horror movies. Christmas Day, if you're like, oh, maybe you're having dinner with the family, but then after that, just throw on some horror movies. Watch whatever you want. And if you need Christmas themed movies that or movies with Christmas in them that aren't really Christmas movies, Anna and the Apocalypse stands out for me. It's even a musical, but yeah, it's a horror movie set at Christmas, and it's a zombie movie set at Christmas. I've mentioned jokingly in live streams, but I mean it. Night of the Comet. It's a movie set at Christmas that has no Christmas really in it, other than Hector being dressed like Santa Claus when he's coming back to see the girls at the radio station, and then he runs across The other lady instead has got the gun, and she's like kind of cute Santa Claus, and then she keels over. But and that's the thing. It's not really a feel good happy movie, but it's an '80s movie, so it's a fun movie. So there's that. Um, but yeah, and of course we do the live stream on the Hockey Channel on Christmas Day, where it's just kind of a just hang out and talk, and we'll do that for like an hour, hour and a half. And again, I make sure videos post on Christmas Day as well, because I know people have a hard time. So if you're having a hard time right now because the holidays are hard, I've been there, I've been through that, and you can absolutely pull the humbug card, because once Christmas is over, it's over. And then your next holiday of festiveness, I would think, I mean, Valentine's can be festive, I guess, but it can also be tough if you're alone. Like it's quite the lineup when you're alone, going from Christmas to New Year's to Valentine's, because Christmas it's all about family, right? Just like Dom and Fast and the Furious. I'm surprised there hasn't been a Fast and the Furious Christmas movie, because then like every scene he could sit down at a table and go, really, it's about family. And then something explodes outside and be like, all right, I'll be right back. He's got to go tend to whatever exploded. And then he comes back and again, it's all right, now it's all about family. And as he's sitting down, something else explodes. He's got to go outside. I am writing the best Fast and the Furious movie ever, I think. But then you've got New Year's, where the whole New Year's kiss thing was something that bothered me as a kid, because I'd never had that. I didn't have a New Year's kiss until I was 26, 20, 25. I was 25 the first time I had a New Year's kiss. Yeah, man. So I get it. I do. And then, of course, you have Valentine's Day, February 14th, where it's a couple's holiday. It's not a holiday, but you know what I mean. It's a day. You've got all the hearts and everything, but it's just another day if you're alone. And so the fact those are your three holidays in a row, you do have Groundhog Day in there though, which is a great movie. You could watch that on Christmas Day. Nobody's going to get mad at you about that. And yeah, so I would say that for people who are going through that, it doesn't last forever. If things can get better for me, things can get better for you or for anybody else who's being, affected by the holiday. And just to, just keep your head up. There's somebody in your life that cares about you, and there are people who would miss you. There's a lot of people I've known who have lost faith in themselves, lost a belief in themselves, and had no idea how many people they actually affected. So there are people who care. There are people who would absolutely miss you if you weren't around. Do not let this time of year bring you down and put you in this funk. Take care of yourself first, and don't be afraid to say that to people, that you're putting yourself first at the holidays, because that's okay. It's okay to, at a time of year where it's all giving, 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 to say, you know what, I need to take care of myself because I don't have anything to give. That's an important message as well. So take care of yourself. Have yourself a wonderful holiday, however you do or don't celebrate it, and keep your head up, because if things are bad, they do get better. Take care, and thank you guys for all your support throughout 2023. I'll be doing videos on both channels once we get closer to New Year's, talking about what I'm looking forward to seeing in the new year, both from the hockey perspective for the Hockey Channel, and then on here, talking about TV shows, music, everything else, all that fun stuff. Is Dua's new album out yet? No? Why not? I don't understand why Dua. I want to bother Yvonne in the van with Dua's new album. It's not out yet, and I feel like Dua's new album should be out already, because yeah, I want to listen to Houdini 15, 16 times in a row before she basically puts me in the back seat of the van and says, you no longer have rights to music. You're done. But anyways, there you go. Thank you guys for all your support throughout the year, and take care of yourself, and I mean that. So do that, and if you guys need me a note to get you out of Christmas celebrations, you don't feel like doing it, I'll write you a note. I have no problem with that. I'll get you guys an excuse not to be in that. So take care, and I'll talk to you again soon.